mu ne ndax it is halal pour jullit bu góor mu dem nekk soldat su daarul haram comme dëkki tubaab yi nga xam ne nekkul dëkki jullit di xeex jullit.
waaw xam nga.
mu ne su fekkee ne wax nga waaw lan mooy sa evidence.
Okay. A very good question. This is too intellectual. Lii nag borom xam-xam moo ko bind. I'm very sure loolu tax sooy wax ki la dee déglu moo la gën a xam-xam. waaye incha allah bu ndaw bu ñu xam dinañ ko wax. xam nga loolu tax ma ne leen lu nekk dañ ko wala mu nekk lu ees lu nekk dafa war a ees. diina gi du mun a ees de waaye ni nga understandé diina gi dafa war a ees. yow fi nga ooyee daarul harb daarul kufur no aya fo wo ñamal daarul kufur yow yaa ngi kool Europe nga ne daarul kufur mooy dëkki kaafir yi waaye dëkk boobu nekkut ne kaafir yi rek ñoo fa nekk yow tam e Angleterre xanaa amul jàkka Angleterre xanaa lu ñëw sponsor jàkka yi ak NGO yi fii kon loolu du mun a nekk daarul kufur te yow mi nga ne daarul kufur musuloo faa dem foofu daawa pour wax leen kaay si yàlla du loolu kon loo xam ne defuloo ko bul jël another definition teg ko si kuam loolu kenn du ko ooyee daarul kufur loolu nekkul daarul kufur xam nga kañ la dee am temps boo xam ne julit yi def nañ samp nañ dëkk boo xam ne ñu tuddee ko dëkk boo xam ne Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam dëkk bu Musa sampa Medina te sahaabi ñëw si gannaawan radiyallahu anhum sahaabo boobu dëkk yooyu lañ liggéey time boobu nga mun a wax ne daarul kufur waaye benn xeex nekkul diggante ak yow ak tubaab yi yow saatu yaa soxla tubaab yi parce que yow sa mbokkaay ñu ngi dem baakwee di tee si ndox bi pour dem si tubaab bi parce que yow da nga understand amuloo xam-xam diina ji xamuloo ko xam nga we have a textual problem from its contextual meaning allahu akbar gis ngeen li nekk ak Iraq léegi Daesh ISIS xam nga lu tax ISIS am because ISIS dañ misinterpret the text of the Quran because daarul harb amut yow ak kanay xeex léegi daarul kufur amut parce que yow ummatu daawa nga demal foofu nga ooleen parce que Gambie bi fii am na ñoo xam ne benn sax amuñ islam bi parce que islam bi suñ jikko bi walut ne islam bi is the best religion ñu ngee waare ak suñ gémmiñ bi waaye suñ jigéen bi is not reflecting the true meaning of the religion so doo ko mën a koolee daarul kufur parce que sëriñ yee fa nekka waaye li fa nekka mooy there is no problem nga dem foofu nekk a military man waaye soo nekkee a military man si dëkk yooyu buñ la yooni nga dem si dëkki jullit yi di leen dem rëy bu ko def lii rek lañ la aaye yow soo nekkee a military man foofu jàng ko nga dellu nga nekk a very good national Gambian army nga nekk suñ commandant waaye bul jël fetel di dem rëy jullit yi si beneen dëkk boobu dafa haram man qatala mu'minan muta'ammidan fa jazaa'uhu jahannama ila akhir al-aya. Is it satisfactory? Is it okay? Okay. Somebody was. Anywhere that is not Sharia. Okay, it's very good. It's very good. I think I can just, I can just relay with you. In fact, anywhere that is not governed by Sharia. But what do we mean by Sharia? Because when we say Sharia, it is a comprehensive legislative system. It is something that is according to the rules and principles of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I don't think in the world there is any place here where you can have a satisfactory, honest Sharia application, where it is implemented to the letter, according to what is prescribed by Sharia itself, the Quran and the Sunnah. So obviously we are having not a homogeneous society, but we are having a heterogeneous society. This is why Muhammad ﷺ, he was sent to build a community of Muslims, but not to build a nation of Muslims. I think you're getting my point. Muhammad ﷺ, وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا وَكُنْتُمْ خَيْرَ أُمَّةٍ أُخْرِجَتْ لِلنَّاسِ وَتَأْمُرُونَ إِلَى الْآخِرِ الْآيَةِ. So here we're talking about a Muslim community, we're not talking about a Muslim nation. So here, if you are a military man, you just went somewhere where there is no Muslim, because I don't think in the world now there is anywhere that is not, that is out of the unbeaten track of Islam. Islam has reached every corner of the globe. So if you are somewhere where you don't have, maybe, probably, I don't know, where there are no Muslims or Islam is not applicable there, but you are a military man, Because being a military man in a Muslim country or not, it depends on what you understand as the meaning of being a military man. A military man is a defensive man, is not an offensive man. A military man is a protector, is not a killer. This is the philosophy and this is the meaning. I don't know whether you're satisfied. Are you satisfied? Thank you very much. A Muslim should defend a Sharia and not man-made law. What do you mean by man-made law? Because when we say man-made law, we either call it a common law or we call it a British American law. But when we say a Sharia, it's derived from the word Shara'a. I mean, where you can get pasture and water. But when we say Sharia, it simply means that anything that is done and the end product of that process leads to justice and given to each according to his share and responsibility. So anything that is according to righteous principles, it is automatically defined as a Sharia. There is nothing like an independent body of Sharia, because even you sitting down on your chair is Sharia. I speaking through the microphone is Sharia. Everybody in the crowd is the Sharia. It is just a very, very, very inexorable principles laid down by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to rule this world and to rule and to govern our relations, our interaction and with himself, as brought by Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as elaborated in his sunnah. So any righteous deed is called a Sharia.
Now, what we are saying is we've understood. Now, you're going to Britain or you're going to the US. Now, before you join the army, they have what they call the service rule. Now, you as a Muslim, you understand that that service rule, the definition of the Muslim army, is that what you gave? We defend, we do not attack, we protect, we do not oppress.
Thank you very much.
But now, I'm telling you, the definition of the Western army right now is even vague. Because, for example, they have, let me use my voice, they have their drones that attack the Muslims in Yemen.
I think I get your point.
Hold on, I'm just giving a point. Now, they understand that they should attack and kill Muslims. They have a definition of who the Muslims are and they call them terrorists. Now, you as the Muslim youth, you understand that the service rule of the British or the US Army is to attack and kill Muslims. And before you enter, you have to sign that service rule to stay in the army for 5 years or more. Okay? Now, the advice that you are giving, because most of them they enter because of the gains, for them to have wages or for them to be able to have citizenship or certain privileges. Now what we are saying is, should you choose that?
Thank you very much. I get the point. Okay. Now you see it is very clear and it's to the point. And the response to that is a very simple, very, very unequivocal Quranic verse. Only one single verse. وَتَعَاوَنُوا بِالْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى وَلَا تَعَاوَنُوا بِالْإِثْمِ وَالْعُدْوَانِ. I mean, you enjoy and you come together, you combine your effort for the furtherance of what? At-taqwa, piety, fear of Allah. Well, Islah, and you do good, I mean renovation. And never come together in pursuance of what? Of evil and transgression. Anybody, any Muslim person, and you are right, in fact, I think I shed some light on what you say. Because when I just draw that example of an old, very, very old, useless white woman marrying to a very agile, a very, very strong youth, Muslim youth, it leads to where? Nowhere. So any Muslim powerful young man who has a desire because of these worldly gains, material-minded, adventures, you want to join an American or a Western army. In fact, according to what he says, you sign a contract, and in that definition and rules, it's called the rules of combat. In fact, it is to go and kill, either directly or indirectly. It is forbidden, completely haram. لا يجوز قتل المسلم سواء مباشرة أو غير مباشرة. So it is absolutely forbidden. There is no compromise. You know, a human soul, much more the soul of a Muslim, is so precious. And it is said in an authentic hadith, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would just overturn the entire globe for singly killing a single Muslim. So, thank you very much. Any question?
I'm not question today, bro. Because we don't want to pro boy bi nga xamantene amna diine te bëgg na ko mu seyal ko léegi da ngay gis xale bu jigéen bi gis na ki nga xamantene amna diine te kooku moo ko doy bëgg na pour mu seyal moom ñoom ñaar bëggante neen waaye nag waajur yi dañoo xool lu bëree bëri dañoo xool si diine bi ñoom dañoo xool si am bi ak liggéey bi moo liggéey.
Everything that we are saying boils to one thing. Because ignorance, lack of knowledge, and not living with the Sunnah and the Quran. Because Domi Adam, if somebody comes to your house, seeking your daughter's hand in marriage, according to the Sunnah of the Prophet and the commandment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because lolo moy ñaka xam bi ñoo wax ñaka jikko bi ñoo wax lolo ta affaire ki fim nekk ni dañ dem be juliti ci seen boppa even seen doom dañ ko dee jël c'est baguette dañ ko dee ut 1,000 20,000 40,000 $1 million and a pajero a good young Muslim man, skillful, somebody very skillful, somebody with something that we hope tomorrow dinane kadara munela dama buga sa tom ko kuna ko dama ko buga yonga ban you are expecting yo yage seti buzwe hamga linga def fi moy yage gis yage def double crime parce que daga ya khabati Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam munela su ñowé joko wa illa soko defut fitna moy tasaro ci dekabi te lolu mo fi nekadi fitna legi sa dafa den def fitna bi nekut fitna parce que daga gis ne ñu la diw sanga mo am do ñu ne naka la fa kañ la am jëkkër ñu ne amul jëkkër nga dem ci newspaper yi ñu ne la demba dañ for benn doom bu ees ci carton yi ci yoon ñu ne la kan moo ko fa yóoni ñu ne xamuñ ku fa yóoni lii yëpp it is a byproduct it is the consequences of evil koo xam ne ñun ñu ngi koo def in our Muslim societies foog ñu change we need to change our behavior dañoo change suñ jikko bi for us to understand the simplicity of this deen the righteousness of this deen the straightforwardness of this deen and the leading of the deen to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to his blessings and to his grace.
Preferring to choose to travel the back way, irrespective of whether of whatever means.
Well, okay, I get the point. In fact, very simple. Dafa yomba torop. Yo bunga xamne da yon bi li dañ ko oyé big three-way, you know. This is Mosque Road. Everybody, Kuleka can be a Hamnali Mugitula Mosque Road. Why you sit up and them tell yon to the back way? You sit up and them tell yon to the back way. Or you sit up and one and take a luba Pascaluneka back way, Moidana Sacha. Then back way is not good. Because Liyep Nyaka Hambila. Because Nitmunda wanna look, yourself with Angabarewa. Nitidan Sona, Man Auma Ligay, Man Auma Li, Man Auma Li, I must go to the back way. Manwa Uma Kenbom Tuki, why don't go the back way? The back way, Yange Deflo and the Bahu. Yange Duga Deki Jambur Amulo Kai. Finger them said Balanga Agafo Munga De. Mungimel adventure, the Adunaki. This world is not an adventure. This world, Yalda فإما يأتينكم مني هدى فمن تبع هدايا فلا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون يلا دفنوا بند الخل جهنيون يون محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم ونيو كن بنجل back way is just a stupid way. Very simple.
This man is asking what's the problem of the youth of the 20th century and what do you think is the solution of them?
Well, my problem in youth. What is the problem of the youth in the 20th century? I think the problem of the youth in the 20th century is the youth themselves. The problem of the youth in the 20th century is the youth themselves. Then my problem when we see jamano binyaka, my nyom tisel bopa nyoisen problem parce que kuneka mane wa anil insanu ala nafsihi basira walau alqa ma'adir. Domi adama buneka danga hamga domi adama wana ko fi mane xamal yow yaay kam fan nga nekk ban jamono nga nekk ban waxtu nga nekk So when you know your relation, where you stand in time and in space, and to whom you are related, you know who you are. And when you know who you are, you know that you are a simple creature, min nutfatin amsajin, from a single drop of blood you were created. Then there is a creator that you are referring yourself to. Then you have to humble yourself. You have to be a good man. You have to walk according to the teachings of the Quran and the Sunnah. That's the whole thing. Then you become a good man. And wassalatu ala nabi ayyuhuma afdal. Juli janga Quran ak juli si yonente bi. Ban mo gëna am doole. Degalan ndesan question si mom dañ ñoo rek. Wana kayma dimbale ko duma yaga fofu sa. These questions are simple, but sometimes philosophically they are confusion. This is what is greater. Reading the Quran and praying upon the Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Very simple. I think praying upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is contained in the Quran. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. It is in the Quran, isn't it? Then if the Quran contains a salatu ala nabi, then the Quran is greater than nabi. Very simple. Let's go. Kama dimbala la bena tumako kuda sa damalajo a very simple answer.